Reece, what's up, dude?
What's up, dog?
It's good to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. I've mean to tell you this. I wanted to save this for the podcast. The first time I met you, it was at a Don't Tell.
You about to start dick riding right off the bat, bro?
No, this is the truth. This is the truth.
All right.
'Cause I like well-written jokes, and you have a really good joke that I heard you do about a year and a half ago at Don't Tell.
Okay.
And it was, I can't remember it to the T, but it was about lowriders, and it was like painting Muhammad on a lowrider.
Oh, yeah.
That's a damn good joke. And even if I did remember all the nooks and crannies of it, I wouldn't spill it, obviously. That's a damn good joke.
Right.
Dude.
It's about how, like, Latinos, they can't be Muslim.
Yeah. I remember I was sitting in the back of, what was that? Was it Port Vita, I think? Yeah, it was Port Vita. I was sitting in the back like, that's a damn good joke.
Yep. That was a good joke. It was a good show. That spot was dope, too.
Yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up for?
I've been doing stand-up for like 9 years now, going on 10 years.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Jesus Christ.
All my 20s.
Good for you. So why, so you started at 20 or 21?
Started at 21.
What made you want to start?
Man, I don't know. I was just always kind of like the funny homie, just cracking some wise shit or whatever, cracking jokes. But I don't know, man. I was just sitting at my desk job one day, and I was like, you know what? Let me see where these open mics are at. Maybe I go tell some jokes or something. And
was the job that bad or what?
It wasn't that bad, but it was just more like I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life.
What kind of job was it?
It was easy work. It was like shit for waste management.
Okay.
I was doing like billing. Yeah, waste mafia. I was doing. I started off like the mail room and then ended up in doing billing.
Okay.
But it was just one of those jobs where I'd look around, I stand up from the cubicle, and I just see nothing but like old people.
Get a little closer to that mic.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good.
But you look up, you just see all these old people. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this for the rest of my life. And I went to an open mic, bombed, got booed off stage.
Where was this? Was this in New Mexico or is this?
This is all in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought you were from Arizona. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, born and raised in Phoenix. My dad's side is from Albuquerque. So
okay.
That's how I got my ties over here. But
so you're in Phoenix, you go to a bar, and you start bombing.
Yeah, because I knew of stand-up comedy, but I didn't understand how it worked.
Right.
So my first impression was that these people that were headliners, they would go on stage and it was all like that night. It was all like off the top of their head, So I didn't write anything. I didn't write any jokes. I went up there, kind of just fumbled the bag, bombed, and this dude at the bar booed me off. And yeah, and then I told the homies, and they were cool about it. So that just kind of made me feel like, it wasn't like something whack to do.
Right.
So I just kept going and haven't turned back.
Good shit. Is that, it's always interesting because, open mics die every day, it seems like. Does that mic still happen, to your knowledge?
No, that mic was only around 2 weeks. I think it shut down.
Because of you?
Yeah. Right after me, that shit was done. They tried to bring it back, but it wasn't in the same stage, same room. It was
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So have you been just doing stand-up the whole time in Phoenix?
Yeah.
And you just travel out from there?
Yep.
How long did it take for you to start, getting, I wouldn't say consistent work on the road, but, when you started, it seems like you're going out of your city more often than just staying put.
It kind of, for me, it was probably within the last 3 to 4 years, maybe, I started kind of branching out a little more, Because in the middle of it, the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
So, for 2 years, you really couldn't do much or go anywhere. So, I was in Phoenix. Luckily, that Phoenix stayed open.
I was going to ask, because Arizona didn't have it too bad.
Nah.
Did they?
Nah, we shut down for maybe a day and then peeked through the blinds to see if fucking Fauci was out there, you know what I'm saying? And went back to business.
Improvised Intelligence is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chop Chili. If you've been a long time listener to the podcast, you know that this is my favorite brand of chili here in New Mexico. Pretty much put it on every meal that I can. They've got red chili, green chili. My personal favorite is this blend of the red and the green. I think this stuff is phenomenal. They also have frozen bags of green chili that you can order directly from their website at chopchilico.com. You can also find them in stores around the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Farmers Country Market, John Brooks, Keller's Farm Store, Lowe's Market. And you can also find them in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Hobbs, Gallup, Tucumcari. And for all my friends in Texas, they are in El Paso. Again, chopchilico.com. Go get yourself some amazing chili. Now back to the podcast. Dude, I remember like when COVID like first kicked off and everything started shutting down, I was bouncing between El Paso and here.
Yeah.
And just staying. Well, I guess I could talk about it now because I'm out of the military. So I was at Fort Bliss. I had to stay there for a bit. And on the weekends, I would literally just fucking hop in my car and go to Albuquerque. And no one checked on me, thank God.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't allowed to do that. But it was funny watching the two different states deal with the issue,
Right?
You know, because like Texas, they held on to the last like iota of killing grandma or whatever. New Mexico shut down like that.
Yeah,
it was fucking terrible. And I remember like I think we had like 40% capacity at gyms like 2 years in.
Yeah,
It's fucking insane, absolutely ridiculous. But Arizona wasn't too bad.
no,
That's good. That's good.
It wasn't as dramatic as Albuquerque or any of the
Yeah.
other states, you know what I'm saying? But, for like a week, it was kind of like, what's going to happen? We got to close down, and then shit just kind of popped back up.
Okay. Is Arizona, like, I haven't spent a whole lot of time there. I just did I did a show there 2 weeks ago at Mic Drop.
Hell yeah.
And so is Arizona more conservative overall? Just in your experience with the audiences. Because I was trying to get a read for them, and I couldn't tell.
I don't really get that vibe, but I'm not also spewing that kind of comedy
That's
either.
fair. Well, neither am I. Like, I made a joke about porn, and they
Yeah.
kind of like tensed up, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I thought we were having fun here.
It just depends. It depends on the day, depends what they had to drink that day, It just all depends. But I say they're pretty like, it's either like 50-50.
Okay.
It's a good mix, I think.
And then as you're going through, you're building yourself up in a local scene. Where are you looking to understand what stand-up is? Like, are you watching? Do you find comedians like on the national level, obviously, that you really enjoy? You're like, oh, I like how they do this. This is the type of, because you weren't too big into comedy, like you were saying before you started.
Yeah, so like comedy was like around when I was growing up. Like we watched George Lopez,
For sure.
Latino Family, and
Yeah.
then what else? Like I remember like when Dane Cook was popping. Like I remember being a kid, all like the Carlos Mencia shit, like
Yeah.
the show. Kevin Hart was popping when I was in high school, and then like Cat Williams and shit. So I knew of comedy, but like once I started, I had like some good homies that kind of like guided me. Like Thomas Eppolito really helped me a lot, and then the homie Luis Alvarez. They like
Oh, he was on the show with me.
Yeah.
in Arizona.
over at Mic Drop.
Yeah,
hell
he's
yeah.
he's a funny motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, that's my boy, bro. So
He's a funny motherfucker.
yeah, I came up with those fools. Thomas, he doesn't do comedy anymore, but he's hilarious. And then they kind of showed me how to like, I don't know, like I guess structure a joke,
Right.
And then on top of that, you just study the greats. Like I would watch a lot of like old Dangerfield. What was the showcase shows that he would do?
Well, he would do it at his club, Dangerfields.
Right.
It
what
was
were those
called,
specials called? Young comedian specials.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'd watch a lot of those, or I'd watch like Patrice, Bill Burr, like everybody, kind of just study the game on YouTube. And then luckily, like being in Phoenix, the booker at Stand Up Live at the time, Casey, he gave me opportunity to like host.
Oh,
So once
sick.
you like kind of host, you kind of like meet the staff and they're like, all right, well, like we'll let this dude just watch a show or whatever.
How
So
soon to doing stand-up were you given that opportunity?
maybe 3 to 4 years in, maybe.
And did you understand by that point because I've been thinking about this recently. I'm still trying to get really good at hosting because it's the hardest. I was told that from the gate. Like it's the hardest job
Yeah.
as far as doing a stand-up show goes, and it's always given to the newest guy.
Well, it's given to the newest guy because nobody wants to do that.
Right, exactly.
Nobody wants to be first up. Everybody wants the middle spot.
Did you know that going into it? That nobody wanted to do this fucking job, but it's the hardest one to do.
Nah, I was more of trying to like climb the ranks.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get in, cause like I had a showcase. You know what I mean? So they were still doing showcases then. So they were like getting in with them was nice, and then on top of it, House of Comedy, they were super friendly to like new comedians and just like the comedy scene in general. And I lived close to there, so I'd go see shows there, just kick it there. And then just through that, you kind of learn how to put it together, put your own little swag to it.
Well, it's cool that you were able to get in with an actual club in your city.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. 'Cause, I mean, we had Dry Heat for a little bit, and I've come to appreciate what that club was trying to do as time has gone on. Because I mean, they showed up within my first year of. I've only been doing it for 3 years now, but they showed up in my first year of doing it, and then now, thankfully, we do have Casadas and Hyenas. Say what you will about them, but they're great clubs. But that's cool that as a younger comedian that you were able to get that opportunity and start building that skill set there. Where did you go on the road to for the first time?
Man, where did I go?
Was it out of state or was it just still in Arizona?
The first time, I remember going, Luis was super, I remember looking at Luis when we first started because he worked at the club and he's also, he was, super plugged in. So I remember going with him to Cali to, go with him to do shows. But the first time, I got paid to, leave Arizona, I want to say it was probably 5 or 6 years in. I did this festival for HBO. It's called the HBO Hot Festival.
Oh, shit.
And they flew a bunch of us out to San Antonio.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I went and did that. I think that might have been the first time, actually on the road.
Was that something you had to submit to, or did they, find out about you and they were like, hey,
They did a showcase over in Phoenix at a Stir Crazy Comedy Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time, though. I've done, road gig, little bullshit gigs to, Denver and stuff, but nothing, serious like that. That was the first time.
That's fucking crazy. How did that go?
It was surreal at first, but it was cool. You get flown out like a bad bitch. They put you up in a nice spot, nice little HBO credit. If you really want to flex, but it was cool. A lot of the Ralph Barbosa was on that one. So right after that he blew up, and then Paul Rodriguez was hosting. There was a bunch of us.
Jesus!
There was a bunch of us on that shit. I was kind of I was a new wave on the second festival. As if they were gonna do it again, maybe they would have called me back or something.
Oh, but that was the one time.
They did it twice. They did it once before, and then the one I did, and then no more.
You're just, for record, just fucking killing.
I'm killing them, bro. I'm shutting shit down.
That's funny. That's fucking crazy. I didn't even know that. I guess how long ago was this?
This was probably
because HBO doesn't really fuck with stand up too much anymore. Netflix has kind of just taken the reins from HBO and Comedy Central.
This was probably 2021, maybe 2022, something like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so you said your dad, he's from New Mexico.
Yeah, my dad's side is from New Mexico.
And is that just through, coming and visiting family and then finding places to do stand up here? Is that how you got clicked in here?
Well, I got clicked in here because I know Josh Fournier and Zach Abeyta.
All right, shout out both of them. Very funny guys.
When I first started, maybe I might have been maybe less than a year in. They came down to Phoenix, and they were doing a show they were doing shows with Jorge Ruiz. Shout out Jorge, shout out Zach, shout out Josh, bro. Because I'm laughing because we go way back, and it's just funny to think now that whatever. But that's where I met them. They were doing shows for Jorge Ruiz over at Toso's, which is just a side, quote unquote, comedy club. Off of Deer Valley in the freeway, bro. So they were doing that show, and that's how I met them.
Okay.
And so they live here. So I was like, well, next time I'm in Albuquerque visiting family, get me on some shows, and just kind of went from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So now that you're, you say 10 years in, what? Because I'm curious. I'm trying to, I still consider myself very a younger side of things.
Ask away,
I'm still
bro.
brand new.
I'll tell you as best as I can.
How do you see the future? For your career, because
I got a crystal ball.
You know what I mean? How do you see your future in stand up? How do you plan for things? Do you just keep working your ass off and hope? Because I feel like half the cool stuff that I've gotten, I haven't even planned on getting. It just came my way, and thank God it worked out.
I think wherever you put your focus is what's going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So if I put my focus in the stand-up and I focus on just getting better, being funny, writing, doing the things I'm supposed to do, I'm going to get to where I want to be, which is headlining. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't get into it and be like, yo, I'm going to be a host for the rest of my life.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
The host spot is just for like the newer guys that only have 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That way they get the first spot. You build some calluses on your character, on your soul, you know, and then once you actually have the 20 minutes, and then you just move up the ranks, bro. You know?
Right, but there's so much about stand-up that's like intangible.
Right.
So much of it's out of your control. So it's like I'm always curious to hear from guys that have been doing it for a long time. It's like, how do you? I'm not sure how to phrase it properly, but like, yeah, how do you plan for the future? How do you strategize? Like, is your plan to stay? And because Phoenix is from everything that I've heard, it's a pretty solid stand-up town.
Phoenix is amazing. It's an amazing scene. Yeah.
Do you plan on staying in Phoenix for the time being? Do you think
I'm not even currently in Phoenix.
Okay.
I just moved to LA like a couple months ago.
And that makes sense why I've seen all the stand-up or the comedy sort of stuff. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What made you want to move to LA?
Well, I'm just like I said, I'm 9-10 years in the game, bro, and it's either sink or swim.
Yeah.
You can only go so far in Phoenix. Like, they're not gonna call me if a headliner falls out and be like, "Yo, headline the show." They're just gonna fill it with some other dude,
right?
That they work with, whatever agency or whatever bullshit that is going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, once you become that big fish, small pond, like you gotta get out of there.
When did you start feeling that you were the big fish in the small pond?
I don't know,
because how did that even get decided? You know what I mean?
It's just more like what more do you want? You know, like me being in Phoenix I'm born and raised there, but like doing stand up there for 9 years, you know, like it's more than Phoenix comedy.
Right.
So at a certain point you gotta leave. You gotta go somewhere. Even if it's just to like the next state over. Like if I didn't go to Cali, just moving somewhere else is just like, you know, a breath of fresh air. You get you a little remotivated or something, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my thought process. Is like 9 years in, I've already headlined some clubs here in town, done my own shows, done this and that. Like, what more can I do to get the next jump without jumping? You know, it's like gotta go.
How are as much as you're willing to talk about it, how are you making money in LA? Because that place, I could not imagine surviving in California in general right now.
I mean, it's not easy, but you make it happen.
You selling ass or what?
Nah, I ain't even got no ass to sell, bro. I got no cheeks, built like Tasmanian devil out here, bro. So, I mean, I'm lucky. I got some road work, you know. Then like, to answer the question that you were just saying, like, what's the future look like? You just got to put that shit in motion, bro. You got to make it happen. Like, so I had some road dates, and then the dude I usually go on the road with, Derek Cahill, he's got some kids, you know what I'm saying? He's got 3 kids, so he's taking the summer off, and then we link back up. But like, I had road dates. I'll do like just some Uber Eats for some cash. But on top of that, I'm just like setting up my own headlining gigs and just trying to figure it out.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out to LA. In December, I was there last. It was fun, but I could not imagine living there. Even cost of living aside, there's just so many fucking people.
Cost of living is high, but like, I think about it like this: like, I'm renting a room, you know. I'm renting a room in LA just to like go do what I need to do. So like, I'm not there, you know. So like, I'm not really thinking about rent or like where I'm living. I gotta be there.
Right.
Got to make something happen.
Yeah, no, I know, and I commend the shit out of you. I just like having my. Well, I mean, even if it wasn't for, the obscene amount of traffic there, that made me want to fucking just slam into the back of the person's car in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that traffic. I just like having my own space.
I hear that too.
I like having my own fucking spot, but you gotta do what you gotta do. No, I totally fucking
that
get
little
it.
Space that you're gonna rent for like a couple G's. You know, make it as clean as you can, make it as homely as you can, bro. Because that's what you got.
Sounded like Harry Potter under the stairs.
Yeah, bro. Hey, but he had that shit swagged out. You know what I'm saying? He had his own little fucking wizardly flair on it. You know, so. But I'm making do, bro. You know.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you gotta just stay active. You know, you're not really supposed to be at your spot.
Yeah. How much time do you spend especially, again, 10 years into it, how much time are you spending working on new ideas and new material, and then how much time are you spending refining stuff that you know works? Like, really like ringing it for every last drop that it has?
If I think of some new stuff for the old jokes that I think are good, I'll mix it in. But most of my time, like, at the open mics is just spent trying to figure out new shit or throw shit at the wall, you know? That's really how I do it. Because out there, depending where you go, like the mic is not free. It's $5.
Jesus Christ.
So, like I go to.
I've heard about that. Or you have like bringer mics too, right?
Maybe, probably. You know, they got everything out there.
Yeah.
So, like for me, I'm trying to be as productive as I can. I might not make it to sit around at the free mic and be pulled out of a bucket or whatever, but I'll go to like Fourth Wall, which is a slotted mic. You pick what time you're gonna show up, pay $5, and then I'll go knock out like 3 spots in 3 hours real quick or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I do. That's how I spend most of my time. Like, that's where I'll develop most of my stand-up. I'm not like, once it's polished, you don't want to spend too much time on it.
What do you mean?
Like, if once you get it to a spot where you think it's good, if you're always tweaking, you're not gonna work on some new stuff.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know, because I mean, I'm still trying to, if I'm being completely fucking honest here, I'm trying to still figure out how to structure a damn joke properly. What makes sense. But I'm always afraid that, like, what is worth spending my time on and what is worth still trying. And then even, like, especially with Albuquerque, with how tiny it is, I'm not going to take, stuff I've been doing for 6 to 8 months or a year or whatever, take it to a mic, add new stuff to it, because I'm not going to get real reactions out of it. I'll save that for a show.
Right.
Then it's like how often a show is happening and how often you whatever. It's just, see, I'm always trying to do that balancing act, and then.
Well, the dilemma you're looking at is more of like where you're at and not what you're doing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because if you're not able to get up as much, then that's the problems you end up having is like, when do I do this?
Yeah.
When do I do that? Where like if you're somewhere where you can go up every night, it's not an issue.
Yeah, because I've got my eyes set. I don't know when I'm gonna move yet, just because even outside of stand up, my professional life is going really well, and I'm looking at a promotion here pretty soon. So it's the thing that funds the passion. I'm gonna be at that job for at least another year and a half or so, give or take. But I'm looking at Austin right now. That seems to make the most sense to me, at least.
Nice. I've never been there.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's criticisms of every scene, and there's fair criticism of that place too. But I mean, the clubs are great. I've done a couple of them, and there seems to be a lot of open mics there.
Right.
And everyone that I've met there is extremely nice, very kind. Whether they're like the kind of open mic level newer guys, all the way to like the seasoned veterans to fucking headliners I've met out there, they're all very nice.
Yeah.
None of them has come off to be any of the weird stereotypes people say Austin is, but nice to me.
Well, you also just met him.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, it's that's one thing I've been thinking about when it does come time for me to move is there's only so much you can do in Albuquerque, and I'm glad that we have Hyenas. I'm glad that we have Casados, but I mean, one open mic at most a night.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 on Thursdays, but that's not. It's depending on if anybody even shows up, if it doesn't get canceled. Like, we had a Friday mic, but it just got canceled indefinitely.
Yeah.
It's like, how far can you actually... Like, I've got more work on the road this year than I have in city.
Right.
And so it's like, well...
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck am I going to do?
I would just say, like, just to come, like, bring it full circle, is like, when you're going to do it, bro, like, try to just be as productive as you can. Like, if you got to rehearse your jokes because you got a show coming up.
Yeah.
If you got some tags, throw some tags in there. But if not, like, you want to build an act, so do what you got to do to structure it as much as you can, so nothing's, like, bad. Like, it feels stupid rehearsing it at the mic, but, like, where else are you going to do it?
Right. I've rehearsed it in this room.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my
so
shit
you got to do what you got to do, and then once you're there, if it's just a normal business as usual mic, then do some new shit, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't do you any good to do the old shit if everyone's heard it,
Right. Do you pull a lot from your own personal life in your stand-up? Like, do you like personal stories, familial stories, stuff like that?
I'll do that. I'll do a little bit of, like, observational stuff, but...
What was growing up like?
Growing up, it was cool. It was good life,
Siblings?
I have one younger brother.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he's 5 years younger than me.
Parents together?
No.
No, same dog.
My parents got divorced my sophomore or junior year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like becoming a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being 4 years old. My mom sitting me down and be like, "Hey, mom and dad are gonna spend some time apart."
At 4 years old?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, that's tough.
Then I started getting traded off in the Target parking lot every other week.
I mean, shit, at least they traded you off. Got to see both of them.
for a few years at least.
Yeah.
But so one sibling, all in Phoenix. Do you? I mean, I'm just always curious, like where, like, cause he talked about already being at work and just thinking, fuck, I want to do this for the rest of my life. But like, where does that comedic, like that nugget, you know what I mean? Like a little seed that gets planted in a person. Like, where does that fucking start?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, just looking back, like, I wasn't like a class clown or nothing, because my dad would have fucked me up.
He
would have beat my ass.
Yeah, same.
And but like, I'd make the homies laugh, you know, say some witty shit, you know, depending on the moment. And Latinos, we talk shit all the time, you know, so that's probably where it came from. My ninas and tios, whatever, everybody going at it, you know, talking shit.
Did they teach you how to speak Spanish growing up?
Nah, my parents don't speak Spanish either.
No?
Nah.
Because my dad didn't speak Spanish very well, but the rest of his family did.
Yeah.
And I remember being a little kid at family functions on his side of the family and just thinking he didn't teach me Spanish because they didn't teach him Spanish.
Right.
I think he's just pissed that he didn't learn Spanish.
My grandma tries to say that she didn't teach my dad Spanish because it was like because of the accent, you know, because they didn't want them to have the Mexican accent.
Interesting.
But like I don't think they would have had an accent. They would just
They would just spoke it.
Yeah, they would just spoke Spanish. So I don't know. It could have been she just didn't want to spend any more time with the kids.
That's a real fucking thing too.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of memories of my grandmother on that side, but the memories I do have is you just sat on the couch all day watching TV Land.
Yeah. No, I actually had great grandparents, bro.
That's it.
Yeah. I remember my grandparents. We come out here. Come spend some time in New Mexico, spend the summer out here, and then take us to Uncle Cliff's, all that shit, bro. Have a good ass time.
Yeah. Did you ever, when you were a little kid when you came out here, did you ever go to a place called Planet Fun? Does that ring a bell?
No. It was always during the summertime when we would come out here, and we go to Cliff's.
Okay. Because I've been asking, because I just watched, me and my chick last weekend? Yeah, last weekend we watched the movie Backrooms.
Okay.
Have you seen that yet?
Nah.
It's fucking solid.
Yeah?
Like, all the hype around that and Obsession is fucking phenomenal.
I went and saw Disclosure Day.
Okay, how was that?
It wasn't. It's not what you expect it's gonna be.
I heard it was dog shit. I've heard people say it was dog shit. I've heard people say it's phenomenal.
I thought it was gonna be more like Fourth Kind
Right.
type of vibe, but it's more of like a movie. It's more like a story, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be, like, some real footage mixed in with, like, some fake acting or something, you know? But
okay.
But it was, like, an actual movie that they made.
Right. Well, in all fairness, Steven Spielberg, I don't know if you've seen what he's been saying about, like, aliens and stuff lately.
Not really.
But he's been going out and saying stuff like, yeah, the things that they're going to release, that, like, the government's going to put out, and some of the things that I've seen, it's going to make Christians question their God, and it's going to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't portray that in the movie. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
The movie was cool. I mean, it's a good watch, but it's not. I was expecting something like Fourth Kind.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I don't know why.
Right.
But that's kind of what I was expecting.
Well, the movie called Disclosure Day, you would think they'd have some disclosing shit in there.
I almost thought it would be like Independence Day.
Oh, for sure.
A little more like alien.
Right.
Spooky.
Well,
vibe.
I mean, you've seen his War of the Worlds, right?
Yeah, that was great.
That's phenomenal.
That was amazing.
Phenomenal. Like, I'll watch that probably once or twice a year. It's it's like that and the first Alien are my favorite, like, alien type movies. And
nice.
The scene where they're in the vehicle going through the sea of people and they get the car stolen from them.
Right.
That's something out of a horror movie.
And then they get the dude that steals the car gets mobbed on, and then they shoot him.
Yep. That's something out of a fucking horror. But I don't know what happened to Spielberg after that. But
or when the son was at the hill, he's like, "Let me go."
Yeah, that's one of the dumbest things
I've ever.
That's one of the dumbest.
I gotta see this.
It's so fucking stupid. A Latino dad would not let that happen.
Dad, chill.
That's a white father letting that shit happen.
I was like, all right, fuck it. You want to go? Go ahead. That's how a Latino dad would have done it. He would be like, you want to go? Fine, go ahead. Go ahead. See what happens.
But yeah, I'm debating whether or not I'd go see that or see the new Scary Movie. But
I seen that too. That was ass too.
Was it bad?
Yeah. That shit, they're washed, bro. They're old. The time's passed. It's over.
Okay, but also, when's the last time you've seen the first two Scary Movies? Because they aren't necessarily great movies either. They're
Those
silly. They're dumb. They're,
But I think for that time,
they have heart.
yeah, they got some heart.
There's
Bro.
a charm.
Yeah, even I like 1, 2, and 3.
Which one was 3 the one where they make fun of signs?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, that one was good.
yeah, I like those 3. And apparently, whatever happened where they stole the movie from them or something after 2.
Well, yeah, I remember reading about that.
And look, I wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
It's just it wasn't what it used to be.
It's like watching.
It's like watching Fast and Furious, bro.
I like those movies. I gotta be perfectly honest.
But after like 4, it's like, all right, we get it. Like,
Well, what I like about those movies is they leaned into how stupid they are.
right.
Okay, it's like, hey, we can't do stealing, CRT TVs and VCRs out of the back of a truck anymore.
Right.
Let's have them drive a bank vault down the highway, or we'll send Ludacris to space.
But I'll say, at least for those, like, it's a little entertaining. I just know for Scary Movie 6, I went and saw it recently, and it just felt thrown together.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of forcing it a little.
Does it feel like, because I've only seen a couple of trailers for it, I haven't really seen like reviews or anything. I saw that Kenan Thompson's in a little bit of it.
Yeah, he had a part in that.
Does it have an SNL feeling to it, or it's just a bunch of skits thrown together?
Nah, I didn't get that vibe, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
It sucks.
It didn't hold up. It's not as great as maybe the promotion was.
Yeah, well, I remember there was a solid time there between it was really like 2000 to 2011, where there was just every year it seemed like a new low budget spoof movie was coming out, and they're terrible.
Yeah,
they're all bad. But now, I'm almost 30 now, but smoke a little bit. 2:00 in the morning, put one of those on. It's a good laugh.
I just feel like with the first 3 scary movies, like no matter how stupid they were, they stuck to the main story and then just added the shit to it.
See there was a through line.
Yeah, there was a through line. Where this one, it was kind of just a little bit of everything.
That's fair.
Where it came all back to like Ghostface and Scream, but it was just a lot. There was a lot going on.
That sucks.
And then Disclosure Day was just kind of not enough aliens for me.
What movies do you like? When's the last time you were satisfied by a movie?
I fuck with movies, bro. I'm not a movie hater. I'm not the biggest movie watcher. In my head, sometimes I'll be watching a movie, I'm just thinking about shit I could be doing. It's like 90 minutes and I gotta just sit there. But, which is good sometimes. I just watched Under Siege. Steven Seagal.
Oh my God, yeah. I saw that back in high school. Yeah.
I just watched that on Amazon Prime. As corny as that shit was, I fuck with that.
What time of day did you watch that? That's hilarious.
I would kind of watch it before bed and then I'd pick it up the next day.
I just think it's funny that you wanted to finish it. The commitment's funny to me.
I had to, bro.
That's hilarious.
Can't just leave it with him getting locked into the little closet.
Because I've seen a couple of his stuff, but I'll watch YouTube compilations of his later movies, of action scenes from his later movies where he's not even moving really. He just kind of touches the guy, or flips the.
Just doing some of this.
That's so funny. Yeah, but Backrooms was fucking sick, and it was because the whole point of that movie is liminal spaces and creepy, unnerving, how do they I forget how they describe it in the movie, but it's a copy of a copy, and it just comes out wrong. And we had a place like that here in Albuquerque called Planet Fun, and I have very vague memories of it, but it just had weird shit. It had a giant dollhouse you could play in. I remember that. It had a weird had a strange obstacle course with a ball pit, but the obstacle course didn't really make sense. I can't describe it properly. I can't find pictures of it online. So every time I talk to somebody who's in New Mexico as a kid, I'm like, did you go to this fucking place called
Planet Fun?
Planet Fun. So I'm not even convinced. I know it was real, but it's one of those things where it's in the back of your head. I don't even know if I remember that properly.
That's some shit you see on Instagram, and it's got the eerie music behind it.
Exactly that. Yes, that is based. Yeah, that is the Backrooms of Albuquerque. It was fucking. Yeah, it's very strange. But yeah, that was a good movie, dude. And
sounds like you got molested up in there, bro. If you're the only person that remembers that
shit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that was really good, and Obsession's really good. Maybe I don't know if you have a chick or not. Maybe don't take your chick to Obsession.
Okay.
But, because I made that mistake. And sitting there like a hostage victim.
Yeah.
Because she just the lady does some wild shit. I was sitting there like, I'm not even gonna look at her
Nah,
because I feel her staring at me right now.
hit one of these.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. Maybe I'll check out Disclosure Day. Do you think aliens are real, like real shit? Because I go back and forth.
I mean, I believe it. Probably. I believe they're probably real.
I do think they're like, because the definition gets squirrely. Because you have those fucking idiots like, well, there's probably bacteria somewhere. It's like, yeah, okay, but I'm talking about little green men that fly around in some kind of technology that we don't understand. I think, statistically speaking, the numbers are in favor of some sort of life form. But I just remember growing up, because I went in high school, I went like deep into like conspiracy theories and like really trying to, I don't know, just rattle the brain,
Right.
And there's a through line that I kept seeing, not through line, but like a common saying that I found for a bunch of people that were like, this is like when I got into like people like Alex Jones, like I understand Tripoli.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing these guys, they're talking about it, like, well, if the aliens are real, they're probably not going to tell us about them until we as a collective people start finding out about the deep shit about the government, the deep state stuff, like all the secrets of that. And they're going to start throwing it out as a distraction, regardless if it's real or not. Flash forward to 2026, all the stuff about Epstein starts going flying everywhere. And now they're saying, hey, aliens are real, get ready.
I mean,
I don't know.
Is it a perfect timing? Yeah, maybe. But also, like, that don't mean that they're not real. Like, I think if they are real, then and they do show us, then them being real is not as scary as whatever the fuck they're doing. Who knows what the fuck they're doing? And if we conspire to think that they're doing some weird shit, then who's to say that some weird shit that doesn't exist, such as aliens?
Right. No, well, that's the thing is if we know just above or just below surface level because of the Epstein stuff. I haven't done a live podcast on Saturday mornings in a long time, but there was a period where I was going every Saturday morning and just current events, political stuff, whatever. And one of the episodes that I did, I literally just I had a batch of stuff downloaded. And I would just randomly click on one to see what it opened up. And just random shit was about like how they were buying data from, or Epstein was buying data from Twitter to like understand election polling. And then it was, we're going to order the fucking pizza and grape soda to go to this place. And we're going to, all that type of shit. And it's like, and then there's like the direct alluding to like eating fucking children and shit.
Eating them, fucking them, doing all kinds of crazy shit to them.
Yeah. So it's like, well, now that the mass populace knows about that, I don't even know if people would give a fuck if aliens were real or not. You know what I mean?
And then some of it is so outrageous that how could you believe it?
Right.
So, people believe in God. Some people don't believe in God, like just whatever you choose to believe in. But if we believe in anything that is just a little weird, then you got to believe in everything.
Maybe. Yeah, what I don't understand is people that just outright say, like, no.
Or at least believe in the possibility that it could exist.
Yeah, exactly. People that's like, no, aliens don't exist at all. They're all demons or they're whatever. It's like, I don't know about that. Maybe. I mean, maybe, but again, I just, isn't that the worst option that we're the only, what do they call us, the only intelligent life form in space? Isn't that the worst option?
Yeah, probably.
Like that kind of fucking sucks. I don't know. That sucks. Yeah.
All I know is, let's say aliens are real, right? And let's say they have all this footage, documents with aliens, this and that, and they've had aliens, captured them, this and that. We shouldn't be that scared. If they could capture them, if they could handle them, then maybe it's not the biggest threat, but they probably do exist. They might not be a threat.
Have you been to the the museum, like the Roswell Museum?
Yeah, I went to the Roswell Museum when I was doing shows out there with Alex Raymundo.
Okay.
Yeah, a while back.
I remember. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah.
It's probably been about 10 years since that was in 2026. It's been well over 10 years since I've been to that museum. Because I spent a lot of time down in Roswell for school. But I remember going through that museum and they had like, this is like a piece of the craft or whatever. And it's so clearly like fucking aluminum foil that's like wrapped around. So it's like, okay, that's bullshit. Like, I'm not going to believe that government psyop.
Right.
But no, I think there is a lot of truth to that. Like, if they were able to capture some shit and throw it into the government labs or whatever, it's not that.
And then on top of it, aliens, like, they're always seen going back into the ocean. So maybe they're like fish-like.
Well, that's
because like look at all the weird fish you see, and look how smart squids are. You know.
Well, that's what they were saying. Like, they had some fucking idiot on the news, one of the talking heads, talking about how they had, like, the government's released files on the UFOs or the aliens, and it's like 5 different species, and like one of them's a reptile, 2 of them are fish creatures, and all this kind of shit. And they're talking about how like there's subterranean, like basically Atlantis is real. And that's where all the aliens are at. And they're saying it's on like fucking Fox News.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck.
Nah.
But it's like, you're probably right. Because what is it
They also show that shit at like 11:30. Everybody's at fucking work, so of course nobody gives a fuck.
It's all the geriatrics and the people that are taking midday flights.
That nobody's going to believe. So it's like grandma's schizophrenic. She's like, no, she's just watching the news at 11:30 while you're at work.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't thought of it like that. Yeah, because that's what's keeping, like legacy news, like legacy media. That's what's keeping them alive. Is
old people watching it?
For sure, it has to be. It's nursing homes, airports, the occasional doctor's office, like the hospitals.
But like, do they need to stay alive? Like, they could just stream, right? Like, they could like just broadcast. It doesn't matter who's watching it. They just. Like, don't they just have to do that?
I think it's money laundering, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Definitely.
I think it's money laundering for the pharmaceutical companies and for whatever like big food is, like big fast food, like the farming industries or whatever. That's
Big Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's that, if I'm being honest, because they tried streaming. CNN tried streaming, and it died inside 3 months. Like, I think they lost $150 million in like 2 or 3 months. So they immediately just killed that. And then I was reading an article about this a few weeks ago, where like all the news like the major news stations are basically kept alive by people buying the packages, because they're included with the packages for like sports and all that shit, and then the ad revenue from the pharmaceutical companies, and then like the fast food companies and shit like that.
Makes sense.
So that's what keeps them alive. But I mean, once the boomers die off, they're fucked. I mean, they're cooked.
Well, like all the news stuff, like isn't it all under one umbrella corporation anyway? Like, aren't they all bought by like one big suit?
The Jews, yeah, but
the Jews.
Big J, capital J for that. But
no,
it's like it's like there's like 2 or 3. It's like Time Warner, which is owned by Warner Brothers, and then you've got it's just all the basic. And then like Disney owns Fox and all that crazy shit, and then
like that video where it's showing all the news stations and they're all saying the same shit. Like, doesn't that just say that? Like, my point is like,
yeah.
There's no such thing as probably staying alive for them. You know, they probably, if nobody watched it, they would still probably just broadcast that shit for whatever Illuminati purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all they're definitely entering. If not, they're already in the stage of Weekend at Bernie's. They're a dead corpse that's getting propped up by money.
Yeah, for
because the government still needs a mouthpiece. But it is funny.
You know, I'll still tune in to see like what. You know, what's popping with the weather girls, you know what I'm saying? But like,
that's when you go to Telemundo, son.
Yeah, Telemundo.
That's why you need to keep the Mexican channels on. That's how I used to watch when I was a little kid. We didn't have cable. We had the bunny ears.
Yeah.
And on Sundays at like 3:30 or 4 in the afternoon, I remember it was like mid-afternoon. That's when I would watch WWE Raw, but it would only come through on Telemundo.
Oh shit! I'm surprised you didn't learn Spanish.
So, I was dumb back then too. So, but you could hear. That's the thing is like, you could hear the English being spoken, but I guess it was like translators or whatever would
Yeah.
say Spanish over it, so I'd have to listen real close to figure out what was
Right.
going on. Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long. Yeah, on our little CRT TV. That's funny as fuck.
Back in the day, son.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. These are just like these are probably some of the high thoughts that I have when I'm not stoned. That's so funny. I lost my fucking pen.
The
Like,
high thoughts that I have when I'm not stoned.
yeah, I don't usually have high thoughts like this when I'm not stoned. I lost my fucking pen like 2 weeks ago, and that's still bothering me, if I'm being honest.
I'm anti-pen,
Really?
if you can. Yeah.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know what's in that shit.
That's fair.
And there's been a couple times I smoked it, and then like I feel it in my kidneys and my liver. I'm just like, yo, what is in this shit, bro?
I will say it's probably not good to do it all the time. This is my second pen that I've lost in a row, and I think God doesn't want me to have them.
And I'm a chain smoker, so you give me the pen, I'll hit that shit all day.
Okay. Yeah, I just... Because do you smoke weed a lot? Just moderate.
You know,
He's not going to say it on camera, but okay.
you know, I smoke some bud.
So, because I just asked because, like... Because I only started, like, smoking pen, like, okay. Because I've never really been a huge smoker, because, like, even, like... I mean, I joined the military when I was, I was fucking 20, I think. And I was 20, and I've maybe smoked like 2 or 3 times in the 6 years that I was in. And then I got out into 2023 and kind of just did it sparingly. Really, just before I go to bed. But I mean, my body, it has a very low tolerance for, substances in general.
Right.
But especially for pot. And, yeah, the difference between a fucking 46% flour and a 99% pen, I feel whatever you're feeling in your kidney, I feel that in the back of my brain, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Shit like burns.
That shit's not good for you. And I love a pen. I love hitting the pen, hitting the blinker, get spaced out real quick, but it's not good for you.
No, probably not.
I don't really trust pens. I don't really trust pre-rolls. If it's not bud, you know.
What's in a pre-roll?
I don't know. I've never cracked one open.
You just don't trust things.
I just don't trust it, Like, I just feel like they're putting the bullshit in there. They're putting, like, wood chips in that shit or something.
Well, I remember being a little kid, I finally kicked nicotine like 3.5 months ago or so.
Good for you.
Like and that was fucking tough.
Hell yeah.
But because originally I started chewing tobacco. And
Gross.
And I would do that all the time, which I do it every now and again. But
Get that shit breath, bro.
I love it, dude. I fucking love chew. But I when I got out of the military, I was like, well, it's a bad habit. Like, I know it's a bad habit.
Yeah.
I should probably stop. And then it's like weird being the only guy at the open mic chewing. And then
You need a spit cup.
yeah, well, dude, and that's what's always funny about, like, 'cause I lived in Roswell for a year for work, and I remember we went to a bar, and it was like in the early-ish evening. We were sitting outside, me and some of my friends, and I was using a Budweiser bottle to spit into. And my friend was like, "Yeah, you could just ask the waiter for a spitter, right?" And I was like, "What?" The server comes by, and he goes, "Yeah, can my buddy get a spitter?" She's like, "Oh yeah, sure." Comes back like 2 minutes later with a cup of some paper towels in it. And I was like, "All right, I like this town." But yeah, I knew it was a bad habit, But then I started doing Zen, and I was zenning more than I was chewing.
Can't do Zens. Zens fuck me up.
See, and I would literally do it till I got sick.
Bro,
And then
I put 1 3 milligram in, my head starts spinning, it's over, bro.
yeah,
Well, I like a cigarette every now and then, I got into like a bad habit where I was smoking them a lot, but at least with a cigarette, I feel like I know how much I'm taking in. Pause. And with the Zen, bro, once it's in there, it's done. It's over.
see, I could pop the threes like they were candy. Like I'd go through a can in like 2 or 3 days.
Nah.
But the sixes would fuck me up.
But then you start doing 6s, then you can't even do 6s anymore. Then you move to 12s.
Well, my fucking buddies in the UK right now, and they sent me a picture. They've got 50 milligram nicotine pouches over there. Jesus, 50 milligram pouches that are like that big. Anyway,
That's crazy.
yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I finally kicked. Where was I going with this? Like, I kicked nicotine. That was tough, but I forgot where I was fucking going with this.
Come on, bro. Get back on track.
That's my train of thought. We were talking about pens, weed.
Getting You were talking about chew at one point.
Yeah, I also try to. Anyway, it's probably not a good habit to get in. Maybe that's what I was going for. It's probably not a habit to get into with, because I don't think you're supposed to smoke 99% weed. Like that's like Walter White level meth.
Nah, and then they spray it too. Now they spray like terpenes on it or
Oh,
some shit.
that's where I was going with it. Okay, so I don't know if you ever got told this, but when I was a kid, I was told that I shouldn't be chewing tobacco. You know about how you don't trust things.
Because it got the fiberglass.
I was told that.
Yeah.
Chewing tobacco does not have fiberglass in it.
It still fucks your gums up though.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is a fear of mine. Because me and my chick, we went out to Vegas maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and on a long road trip, I'll buy the the pouches of the long leaves of like that.
Yeah.
And that just keeps me occupied. But I do worry that age 55, 60-year-old around.
Yeah, you'll kiss your old lady and your teeth fall out, bro.
I just want to lose a jaw, man.
Yeah, nah. You don't want to be all sucked in, like one of those old lady mouths, bro.
Oh, it's scary, dude.
Yeah, this shit ain't no joke.
But it tastes good.
Hey, just floss.
It's
You're
fun.
right.
I do. I floss every now and again.
Just get veneers. Fuck it, bro. Get a diamond grill.
Have you seen what the teeth look like before they get the veneers in?
Yeah, they nub them down, bro.
To fucking shark teeth?
They put them to fucking golem teeth.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I don't even know if I would want veneers. I'll never get plastic surgery. I'll never get Botox or injections or anything like that. But you got to keep the natural aging process somehow, man.
Yeah, but then you say that.
Are the teeth going to make you fuckable?
You're not worried about fucking, bro. You're worried about eating food. When you're getting old, you're not thinking about fucking. You're like, oh shit, my teeth are falling out. What am I gonna do? Just fucking gum down this steak?
Oh no, okay, yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, for the old people, for sure. But I was thinking more like the late 20, 30-year-old celebrity that just get veneers because they want perfect pearly white teeth. It's like, what's wrong with you?
They're
bro?
also probably thinking fuck it, I'm gonna lose it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think about my grandpa now, and he doesn't have he's got fake teeth.
Yeah.
And I start thinking man. When you're eating, you don't appreciate your teeth enough. Because, imagine eating and you can't feel yourself biting down on it, your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's strange. It's like a disconnect between you and you. Yeah, you don't think about that. I just had a burger, an hour and a half ago. Yeah, because that's...
Yeah, you feel the heat going on your teeth, the cheese, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All it on it. When something's on your teeth. But, when you got fake teeth, you don't know. You don't feel that shit. It's not the same. It's your face, bro.
You gotta take care of your teeth.
You gotta take care of your fucking teeth.
You ever have any cavities?
Nah.
Good. I had one, dude.
Yeah, fuck that.
And that feeling sucked.
Nah, I floss, I brush. I try to stay away from sweets, but,
Being on the road, it's tough to do that.
Shit. It's tough. The road is tough.
Yeah, because I remember I had one cavity. Oh, my God. I had one cavity when I was a little kid, and I had to get a filling. And, man, little kid, I was 11 years old or so. And I went to the dentist, and they were doing it, and they didn't do the local anesthesia, well enough.
So you felt all
so
that
when
shit?
they started, I could fucking feel parts of it.
Yeah, they hurt.
Fuck yeah! I remember going like that on the table or on the bed they got you. I'm like, hey, this fucking.
And what do they do? They slap you, tell you not to be a bitch?
Well, they finally paid attention, and they're like, "What's going?" They really asked me, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I can fucking feel the. It burns, dog."
Oh,
dude, it was so bad.
I couldn't imagine that.
It was so fucking bad. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That would suck to lose your jaw, though.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, because you wanted to chew in your 20s and your 30s.
Just for a quick nicotine buzz.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would tell myself about the Zins. I was like, well, there's no tobacco, and tobacco's the part that's eating away at the gums and eating away at that's what's gonna fuck up your jaw and your teeth. Yeah, you'll have a little because I would throw the.
Well, the Zins will burn through your shit too.
No.
I mean, it's happening to people.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Anything that puts that little burning sensation can't be good for you, bro.
I wonder if that's because you're talking about the receding gum line, right?
Right.
I wonder if that's just having a pouch there in general that does that to your gums, because that's unnatural.
I think I think like whatever is in it to help it absorb into your gum is eating your gums for sure.
Maybe.
It's probably not as bad as tobacco straight
Right.
to your gums, but like I'm sure if you put enough coke in your gums too, like your gums will go.
Yeah.
You know, like just anything like
That is one substance that I've consciously, not that I'm a huge drug guy or anything, but like that is one substance that I have consciously avoided.
Yeah, I've never done it.
I
I've been around it, but like never done it.
I know that I'll enjoy it. Just from what my friends have told me about it, I was like,
Yeah.
I could see myself having an issue,
But everybody will.
so I'm just staying away.
Everybody loves it.
I don't have Coke money. I barely have money for comic books. Like, I don't have money for Coke.
I hear that.
No, thank you.
You can't trust that shit these days.
Oh, I know, because now you'll get fucking hit with fentanyl, and you're dead in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Lost a couple friends with that shit.
Yeah, bro.
It's,
Shit will fuck
it's just,
you up.
it's fucking everywhere. I don't know.
That's why those fools, anytime they gotta help out the homeless, they gotta wear full-on hazmat suits.
Yeah, because it
And then
does.
the homeless just get it like that, do a bump.
Well, they'll just open air smoke it out here. And
Oh yeah, they smoke it too.
I don't know how bad it is. How bad is the homeless problem in Phoenix?
I mean, it's pretty bad. But I'm in Cali now. It's bad everywhere, bro.
Well, Cali's a whole other story.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
that literally Skid Row.
It's bad everywhere. Anywhere where you see people on the street, like, it ain't good.
Right. Well, I'm not saying. Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah, correct. Yeah, right. Yes.
Everywhere got homeless people, though. You
Yeah.
know? Like, it's just dependent on the state. It's just bigger because that place is bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I haven't spent a whole lot of time in Arizona in general, but Chandler didn't seem too bad. Only drove around like a little bit,
They're out there, though.
but I saw that you have a show coming up at. Is that at that mic drop in Chandler?
Yeah, I'll be headlining a show. Homie Tom presents Reece Muniz,
Nice.
and it'll be me headlining. I'll have the homies on there. It'll be Luis Alvarez, Peter Jordan, Lamar Mitchell, and Jackie Tinsley.
Nice, good shit.
Yeah, July 12th.
Is that Homie Time? Is that your show, or is that a show that they do? That they
No, that's my shit.
That's your show, right? Yes, what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay, cool. That's fucking how do you? That's something I'm curious about too. How do you pitch yourself to a club for producing a show? Like not only pitching yourself, but pitching your show, showing that hey, do you have to go about like hey, this is the numbers that I can bring in based on this, and this, or is it like?
For me, this is how it all went down, bro. This is kind of like the process for me. Like, I started producing a show at this place called Off the Cuff, and they had a stage, and they had a little budget. They paid me, and I had a band, and then I would do stand-up on top of it.
Oh, shit.
So that grew into what, like, Homie Time became, and I did that for, like, I don't know, 6-7 months, and then you have that as proof, and you kind of just, like, present it, like, this is what I've done, and this is what I can do. I would like to do it here, try it at the spot, you know. You kind of just pitch it, bro. I mean, as long as you got proof.
Yeah. It's interesting.
But, like, one way or another, they got to take a shot, you know. Just because you've done it once doesn't mean, like, something could happen the next show.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. No, because I'd like to... Because we put on our shows here at that fucking Two Crane place that I tried to get you into contact with. But I'm just getting better at the business side of all this shit. So...
I mean, like... What questions you got, bro?
It's just
I'll do my best to answer them.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's. I guess what I'm working on right now really is making the most of my time when I go to a city that's new.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not that I'm ingrained really in any city except for Albuquerque.
Right.
But just making the most of my time when I'm in a new city, and then when I'm sending emails out to bookers. Like, being professional, but not trying to come off like I've clearly sent this email to 1,000 other bookers.
Yeah, but that's the game.
It is. Yeah, it makes sense.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Because they see a million of those emails a day.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just got to get through however you can get through, bro. I would say for you, 3 years in.
I'm just worried about trying to be funny.
Yeah, just worry about being funny. Write as much jokes as you can. And when you're at the mic, if it's an open mic, do new shit, bro. Unless you're rehearsing for something, do some new shit. And try to be productive with your time. On top of it, the the best way to get in anywhere is to throw your own shit instead of asking to be on somebody else's shit, you know? If you're throwing your own show, you ain't got to worry about having to be put onto a show.
Right.
And then that helps you. You can host it, or you can hire a host, and you could do a spot. You could do longer time. Having your own show gives you a little bit of like leeway. It's like capital in comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can have somebody host, or you could practice hosting. You could headline. You do longer sets, whatever. It's your show, and then you pitch that to like a comedy club that gets you in. They show you could host, do a spot, whatever, and then that's how you kind of get, circle up in there. And then if you're at a new spot, just be cool with everybody, say what's up, be funny, and then just build connections, bro.
Yeah.
Just keep flowing.
Yeah, it's funny just watching, just seeing how all this shit works from everybody's angle. It's a lot of fun to me, dude.
In this game, bro, unless you got a team behind you, you eat what you kill. So like, you got to put yourself out there, dog. Like,
yeah, that's real shit.
As dorky as it feels to like email a booker or email them twice, like you got to do it because nobody else is gonna do it for you.
That's how I get on. That's actually all. I mean, 90% of the road gigs that I've gotten, that's not just like my friend putting me on their show. It's 4 or 5 emails.
I would just say this early in the game, bro. Just focus on like building as much material as you can, being as productive, being as cool with everybody as you can, and then just throw your own shit.
How do you leverage social media from your point of view? Do you leverage social? Are you like running ads or using your own platform? Like,
I've done a little bit of it.
What tool? What kind of tool is social media to you?
I mean, social media is kind of like a battle I fight every day, but I'll put out clips. Hopefully those do numbers. If they don't, I'll put it out again later, maybe with a better video quality or something. But I've ran ads too, and it's all a game, bro. It's just all a game. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Social media is just it's like gambling almost.
No, it literally fucking is. Like,
But you can't get too invested in it. You know what I'm saying? You start getting too invested into the shit that don't matter. You go on stage and you bomb. Like,
well, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, do what you got to do, post clips. Ads are cool, just depends, but like there's a lot of work that goes into ads, and sometimes the ads don't translate to ticket sales as well as like a flyer does, like a physical flyer that you handed to somebody.
Yeah.
So social media is just like it could be good. It just depends, it depends who's using it, what you got behind it, and this and that. But like as far as stand up, like just throw clips out there, promote your shows, and just do something.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll try to because I started posting some like political based stuff. And that started going well, thankfully. But then I try to post anything for like Albuquerque related or like local stuff, and it just fucking tanks. So I'm just trying to narrow in more, obviously, because I want to leverage it towards ticket sales. I want to leverage it towards like, hey, we do this show here, or we blah 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 blah. Show it as it's a show that I can be a valuable asset to put asses in seats.
I would say on top of it, put out some good shit. There's a lot of people that will put out a clip and they're not really getting a laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what does that do?
No, yeah, the few stand-up clips that I have, they do have laughs on it. But I'll see that myself too. I'm like, there's no fucking.
Yeah, be a little strategic, a little care a little bit. But I don't know, social media is tough, bro. I don't really have like any real strong feelings about it. I kind of just throw shit out there, post my flyers.
Yeah.
And whoever sees it, sees it. If I'm doing a show, I'll try an ad. Sometimes they work, but in my experience, I've thrown a lot of ads out there that kind of just translate to views, and nobody's really clicking the ticket link.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, just depends.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta do something.
Yeah. It's
gotta feed it. You gotta feed the beast.
Unfortunately, yeah. Trying to wrangle in the algorithm. It's what was working for me at the end of last year is not working now. What's working now is not going to work at the end of this. It's always an ever changing. Like I remember, I had the best piece of advice that I got was from because I got a meeting set up with this guy that is some I forget what they call them. It's like meta social media strategist or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I got a meeting set up with them when I hit I think 14 or 15K, and they were like, the best piece of advice that I got was you need to basically continuously show Instagram that you are a real person. Interact with the app and show it that you're a real person by being, which basically like translates to being on it chronically, which fucking sucks.
Right.
But like commenting on stuff, saving stuff, tagging stuff, and then doing like the what are they like the FaceTime style like videos and showing your story and all that. I just started doing that more and that worked thankfully. But then if I do anything like that for stand up, like or like my podcast, fucking Instagram's not give a fuck about my podcast clips.
But somebody out there does though, you know what I'm saying? So like, as stupid as it feels to do, like, you know, you got to do it because like I feel like as comedians sometimes like, and I fall victim to this too, that we don't self-promote enough because it feels corny.
Yeah.
But like the big headliners, they're promoting their shit all the time.
Right.
You know, so who are we to be like, nah, I don't. It's whack to promote this show that I'm fucking doing in a couple months because nobody's, you know. But like,
right.
that's the fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I have to get over that myself. I'm not a great I'm getting better at self-promotion, but I just think there's a lot of comedians deal with insecurity, and it's like, well, you have to get over it.
I mean, yeah, put out your shit. If it bangs, it bangs. If it doesn't, you just keep pushing, bro. Because last thing you want is to like focus on that, and then you're not focusing on jokes or whatever, and then you get the success you want, and then you have nothing to back it with.
Yeah, and you hear about that a lot recently with like TikTok and shit like that, where people just blow up. They go on that first tour,
Yeah,
doing clubs or whatever, and they have fans come out and like, oh, that fucking sucks.
yeah,
Not gonna see this guy or this girl again.
yeah.
And
Casualty of war, bro. That's
Yeah.
what happens. So
yeah, that's I don't know. Yeah, I'm just real focused on. 'Cause I'm happy with where social media is at. I'd like for it to be more localized to Albuquerque, but whatever. I'm happy with what I've got. I'm just focused. I want by the end of the year just a decent/proficient 15 minutes. That's all I'm real concerned about.
just focus on that, son.
Yeah, that's all I'm real concerned about.
Hit the fucking mics. Hit every mic this week. You know, right? Listen to your set. Rewrite it. Write it again. Cut out the fat. Do what you're supposed to do, bro.
Did you focus on clean material when you were starting out?
Nah, and like I'm also not trying to be the dirtiest motherfucker out there either.
Right.
But like,
then you're not. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're not. But like, was there ever a concerted effort for you to do clean material?
I feel like you should try to make it as clean, like, you know, kind of like you want to say it to your mom almost, you know, like, it
Okay.
ain't gotta be the cleanest, but you
Right.
don't want to be motherfuck this, motherfuck that,
Right.
pussy this, dick this.
Right.
But, you know, you ain't got, I mean, if you live a clean life, it's probably easier to be clean. But if you live like a normal savage life, like, you know, talk how you can, but, you know, be appropriate, be literate, you know?
Right. Well, right. No, and the reason I just asked is because, and
I don't focus too much on if it's clean or not. I just kind of try to focus if it's funny and try not to cuss so much, you know?
yeah, I am doing my best to tone down the cussing in my set.
Yeah.
Not that I cuss like I mean, where I am right now compared to like to a year and a half ago, it's certainly a lot less. I think if I go through my set word for word, there's like one F-bomb, I think.
And you probably don't even need it.
Maybe. Yeah, and I really don't. But because I'm trying to get in, quite frankly, I mean, if I doubt they're watching this, but I'm trying to get into Hyenas, and the main manager booker guy, he was telling me that they like require all their people have super clean material, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm working on that. So that's like what I'm trying to build right. Is I think like right now, if I really tried, I've got like 10 minutes of like clean material where it's like no cussing, barely any sexual stuff's in it, no political stuff is in it,
Right.
that kind of thing. But it's also just like some of the shit that I find funny is fucking a bit dirty. And I like making fun of politicians. And then my audience that I've been bringing out to my local shows, they like making fun of politicians too. So it's like, that's just what I tend to bring out.
I'm not too familiar with like Hyena's process of picking their support work, but like, because usually when I'm there, it's like I'm with somebody. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, bro. Just focus on it if it's funny, and just avoid being Red Fox. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like just talking about pussy and shit.
Oh,
you know?
right,
You know, unless that's your thing,
Nah.
then you gotta really go for it. But like, as long as that shit bangs, bro, like, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Yeah, as long as motherfuckers are fucking dying laughing, they'll take a little dirty.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is very true. Well, anything else you want to cover?
Whatever you want, bro. I'm all ears.
I think that's
Open arms.
I think that's about it. I just talked about where you started, where you see yourself going. I'm very happy. Like, I'm proud of you for moving to LA. It's cool that you did that.
Thank you.
You know, it is a big step moving to a new city in general, let alone like the only bigger city than LA is fucking New York.
I'm going for it, bro. You know, it's a jump.
Is New York in your sights?
New York would be sick too. But
Yeah.
I just got to LA, so I can't even think about that.
Right.
So, but New York is popping too. It was either that or it was either New York or Cali.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna do it.
Yeah. LA scares the fuck out of me. But I mean, good on you for doing that, man. I'm glad you're getting on the road more. I'm excited to see you tonight with Tripoli.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I got these shows with Tripoli. Next week, I'm going to Seattle to headline some shows for Next Stop, and then the homie Deese, and doing a dope show at the Tacoma Washington Club.
Nice.
And then Yuma, July 11th, and Chandler, Arizona, July 12th.
All right.
So those are whenever this is coming out.
I'll make sure this comes out by your July 11th and July 12th shows for that Mic Drop. So.
Okay.
And that's just a damn good club, too, Mic Drop.
I fucking love Mic Drop, bro. Mic Drop is so great because they have like the Avengers of comedy club bookers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Casey Courier, bro.
Shout out to Casey, dude. He's awesome.
He's the man, bro. He was who gave me my first hosting gig at the.
I was gonna ask
Improv.
if that was the same Casey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first hosting gig he gave me was with Jamie Kilstein at the Improv. It was like a Thursday.
No shit.
But they got him there. Shannon, she used to. She's kind of behind the scenes, but she used to be the booker and manager over at House of Comedy, and then they got the best of the best. Hillary, she's been like a mastermind in Phoenix comedy ever since I've started and way before. So they just all teamed up, became the Avengers of comedy, and they're doing their thing. They got like 4 mic drops.
Yeah, I mean they just opened up that one in where the Detroit House of Comedy used to be.
Yeah. They took Detroit, Plano, San Diego, and Chandler.
Yeah, I did San Diego back in March. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a lot of fucking
2
fun.
rooms over there too.
Yeah, we did the Gold Room.
Yeah.
Lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, those are the people, bro. They're the man.
Well, hey, man, congrats on, your road dates and the success that you're having. It's fucking cool to see.
Thank you,
For
bro.
real.
And everything I said it from the heart.
Yeah.
You take what you will.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt.
No, dude,
I
I genuinely appreciate it, and I enjoy hearing, insights from people who've been doing it, 10 years. Because, that's the general rule, right?
You're in a good spot, bro. There's nothing but up.
Doing my best.
Nothing but up, you know what I'm saying?
Doing my best, man. Just navigating some nonsense out here.
Yeah,
Well,
that's all you can do.
You'll have that anywhere. And then where can people find you on social media to support you?
Find me at social media. Everywhere it should be Reece Muniz, ReeceMuniz, ReeceMuniz.com as well. That's where all my shit's at. Come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you for making the time to come out and do this, dude.
Improvise intelligence,
Yes,
dog.
sir.
Come on.
I'm excited to see you tonight with Sam. It'll be a lot of fun. Hyenas is a great club. And go check him out at Mic Drop. That's the one I did out in Arizona a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Great club. Shout out to those guys. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.